Hi and welcome to Afrodizziac. Well, if flea markets turn you on, then you should be where we are here in Kumasi in Ghana, because it's home to the biggest market in Africa.
South African Airways flies twice weekly to Ghana. You'll have to have a visa and an inoculation for yellow fever before you leave. It does look a little tatty, but each stall is spotlessly clean and filled with high-quality goods at bargain basement prices. The little shops are open from 6 a.m. to about 7 p.m. each day and are privately owned. Precariously perched above these are the metal workers who can just about make anything. Kumasi is a major trading city and we were overwhelmed by the market, which stretched for kilometers. Each section has a speciality, food and spices in some, and pots and pans and household goods in others. And just when I thought I'd have to grab some pots and start cooking supper, we got an invitation to a local restaurant. Yes, come to Kumasi and have one of the best Chinese meals in Africa. Our guide taught us a traditional Ghanaian game and we played it on the bus, which took us to different areas. Tucked into a quiet corner of Ghana lies the Kakum Nature Reserve, home of the rainforest and unique canopied walkway.
What you're supposed to be able to do is walk all the way around. I think it goes on for about 60 meters. It's really incredible. I've done the first bridge. I'm really chuffed with myself, and that's it for me. Oh, I'm going to join the circus rather than do this.
The 60-meter-high walkways are not a place for vertigo sufferers like me, but the forest is a fabulous ecological microcosm of plant and animal life.
This unusual pair of trees is known as the husband and wife tree, and they're somehow significant in making fufu, which sounds a little bit naughty, but it's not. It's the national Ghanaian dish, and let's find out how they're related.
The male tree is the hardwood which is used to make a pestle, and the female wood is shaped into a mortar. Don't worry, it's an old Ghanaian tradition. A quick drive took us to the beach for the first stage of our cuisine feature. We were accompanied by the Flying Springbok magazine team, so there were plenty of lights, cameras, action, and food everywhere. Cassava is the main ingredient of fufu. The root is peeled and cooked with plantain, which looks like but doesn't taste like our bananas. They're boiled together until soft, and then the mortar and pestle take over.
Open again.
Well, now we can see how it all comes together. Just put that there, and then you sort of go like this. How's this?
No. You just got to, you have to concentrate on what you are doing.
I think I should let Agnes do this.
So,
Do you want to show me?
The century-old tradition looks so easy when done by our expert chef. The fufu is pounded until it's soft, gooey, and with no lumps. Then it's served as a communal dish and always with gravy or soup. But if it isn't to your taste, the Ghanaian chefs have other traditional dishes which will suit even the pickiest palate. Agnes will be a featured chef at the Grand African Banquet in January, and we left her some amarula cream and tastic rice so that she could create a special dish for the event. Then it was into the bus and off to Ghana2 some more. The country has extensive harbour towns, but a highlight was the bustling Elmina.
In Ghana, they have a tradition that it's taboo to fish on a Tuesday. You see, they see the sea as a woman, and she obviously needs a rest. But it's definitely not Tuesday today, and already we've got the first of Wednesday's catch.
Many different shapes and types of boats brought an array of fish in from the sea, but soon we swapped the hustle and bustle of the harbours for the semi-chaos of downtown Accra.
Well, the end of this Afrodizziac finds us in a market in downtown Accra, and things are incredibly cheap here. And now it's my turn to do a bit of personal shopping. Yeah, I never get a chance to shop. Down for the rest. Wait for the rest. We've just arrived at our hotel rooms and I've got a few moments to unpack, but we want to get out as quickly as possible because we haven't got much time and we want to show you everything we can. But I'm not sure what the dress code is, so I thought this Lawrence of Tunisia look might work.
Welcome to the first episode of Afrodizziac. We thought it was an appropriate name for the program because we'll be taking you to countries in Africa that can really turn you on.
This is the oldest mosque in North Africa. It's situated here in Ghana2, and it also happens to be the hometown of the Tunisian ambassador to South Africa, who's now in residence in Pretoria, and I'm over here in Ghana2. It's quite weird, really. Well, I'm not from Pretoria, but he's from here.
Well, they say that mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Well, all Tunisian mosques are holy shrines, and they've got these nifty little dresses called jalabas for both men and women to wear. The holy city of Ghana2, the name means a camping place for caravans, has been in existence for over 13 centuries. And underneath these peaceful mosques, you find a complex set of drains which collects the precious rainwater, which is then stored in huge underground reservoirs. And it was high noon, according to ye old sundial.
We've just taken a short trip out of Tunis, and we've only been driving for about 3/4 of an hour, and we've come across this fabulous beach resort called Hammamet, and it's one of the many that you'll find here. Now, all I need to do is go to the guys who make these fezzes and ask them if they can put a peak on as well, otherwise I'm going to burn up.
Sunshine and powder-white beaches are the big draw card of the coastal resorts. Contacting the local tourist bureau will be a big help when arriving in town, and the hotels are excellent and well-sited. The locals are kind, friendly and helpful, and if you don't know what something costs, just hold out a handful of change and your seller will pick out what he requires, give you a receipt and obviously send you on your way with Allah's blessing. Aladdin knew what he was about with his magic carpet, but although these babies don't fly, they do cost a genie's ransom. No written pattern exists, and these instructions have been handed down verbally from mother to daughter over the centuries. Most colours are made from plants and herbs, and it can take up to 3 months to knot 1 square metre of carpet. The carpets are sold through co-ops, and each pattern and colour has a specific meaning, and they are open to some serious bargaining. Well, back in downtown Tunis, the markets of the Medina swept us into the exotic land of Arabian culture and fantasy, and you don't have to say open sesame, it's all there right in front of you. We found elaborate wedding baskets for the Muslim bride-to-be, and we also went past the local fez maker. All hotels will give you a fair exchange, but do keep the receipts, as you'll have to re-exchange the money at the airport when you leave, because it is illegal to export the local dinars. There were many exotic headdresses to wear like this one. I loved it, but my crew told me that I wouldn't get the camel past customs. I caught up with some sleep when we could, and we whizzed over to see some of the ancient ruins that make Tunisia so archaeologically famous.
Well, all roads lead to Rome, but you don't have to leave Africa to find a Colosseum.
This one at Elgin was used as a kind of Ellis Park in the old days, and one of its unusual features is a tunnel which used to run underground to the coastline over 40 kilometers away, and it was used as a quick escape for Roman politicians. Strange, hey? Some things never change.
The Romans were seriously good plumbers, and this is the remains of their incredible aqueduct system that was built 1800 years ago. And parts of it that are in good nick still are used by the Tunisian government to bring water to Tunis.
This extraordinary facility uses gravity to carry water over 70 kilometers to the city from the mountain springs. It took 10 years to build, and there are openings all along the aqueduct for the local people to get water. Not a pump in sight, and the water is crystal clear and icy cold. Tunisia was a major portion of the early Roman Empire, and believe it or not, they only signed a peace treaty with Italy in the mid-1980s.
The origins of the ancient city of Carthage date back over 3,000 years, and it's on these rich historical foundations that the city of Tunis has developed, and it really is turning out to be a place that you could lose your head over.